Supermicro Computer is up 7.8% last week. It's up 4% last month and up 46% in the last 6 months. So this stock is looking bullish. It is moving up. It's moving above a confirmed trend line, is setting up for potential high value trade. So in this video, I want to talk about a price analysis for SMCI stock and some trading rules that you could use possibly to enter this stock. Let's take a look. Now, if you find value in my analysis of SMCI stock today or other stocks on my channel, you may also find value in my trading email newsletter. If you sign up, I'll send you professional trading tips to help you make more profits trading stocks. I'll leave a link in the description below. Check it out. So SMCI stock is up over 46% in the last 6 months. In the last year, it's down over 50%. So it's looking bullish right now. It's trending up, but it's trading underneath 52-week highs, presenting a great future trading opportunity. We can see since this key price peak here of $123, which was created back in March 2024, SMCI has been sold off until it found support in this significant price trough of around $17. And since that time, back in November 2024, price has steadily moved up. It's now trending upwards and looking bullish. And you can see I've marked up a trend line underneath the price action, including the price trough here and also these two troughs here created this year back in April. So you can see it is creating higher lows, suggesting the price wants to move up, and it is trending up. Right now, in the last 4 weeks, SMCI is tracking sideways since price hit resistance around about $47. But it does look as if now in the last few weeks, it wants to move up higher, particularly last week where it opened around 42, traded up to 46, and then closed near the high at around $45. So last week's bar was bullish. And it does look as if this week potentially it might challenge this price level here around $47. So how could this trade play out? What sort of profit potential is available for SMCI stock? Before I talk about some rules you could use to enter this tech stock, I want to mark out some key levels to map out some profit targets. So first up is the all-time high, which is around 122, created by this peak back in March 2024. Underneath that level, we've also got a little peak here around June 2024, and this is around the psychological level of $100. So let's mark that one up. Underneath that level, we've got this price trough here created back in April 2024. This is $66, and you can see also, if I just mark it up, price hit resistance also here at February this year. So 66 is a key level for SMCI. We've got it finding support here and also finding resistance here. Underneath 66, we've got this price level here of around about $50. So we've got 50 there, we've got 48 there, and we've got around 48 here in this peak. So I'm going to mark up 48 on the chart. That level could be the breakout level we need to see price close above if SMCI is going to move up into this zone here in the next few weeks. Underneath that, I can see a level of around $39. And this is corresponding to this little peak here in 6th of January this year. There's some support here, and also in the last few weeks you can see that since SMCI created this peak of $48 in the second week of May, there was some selling pressure. It did pull back, but the sellers haven't been able to take the price lower than just under $39. So you can see the low for this bar here was $39.11, and the low for this bar was $39.05. So I'm going to mark that up. It looks as if that $38 to $39 level is offering some short-term support here for SMCI. Underneath that level, we've also got some price support around $25, corresponding to the trough here. And then under that level, we've got the significant price trough created in November 2024, and that's around $17. That really is the key trough after this key peak up here, where SMCI, it really had a bullish move from this area here, December 2023, created the all-time high and then got heavily sold off, finding support at this key level of $17 in November last year. So basically over the last 6 months, SMCI has been trending up, but it's still well away from that all-time high. You know, you've got probably 150% to go from this level here back up to the all-time high. So this is the potential available for a future trade with SMCI. So based on these key price levels, we can see SMCI stock now is above $39, maybe finding support here, and it's underneath this key level of 47.48. So last week was a bullish week. We saw price open at around 42, trade up to 46, and then close just under the high at around 45.30. So a bullish week last week. And it does look as if now, if I zoom in, it does look as if now that this could be a support level for SMCI, and we might see this week that price wants to move higher, potentially challenging this key level of 48. And if it does break above this key level and close for the week, you could enter using Dow theory for a potential trade. Effectively, looking at the price action of SMCI, since that significant trough, it's moved up to create this peak. It's pulled back and found support at $25, moved back up once again to create this peak of 66, come back into the trend line support around $27, and most recently created this new peak of around $48. It hasn't fallen underneath this level here. So what it might have done, and what's highly possible and still possible, you know, it could fall back to this level here of $33, corresponding with the trend line support. It looks as if it's not going to do that right now. It looks as if it has found support at this key level. And if that is support, and if the buyers come back in and they want to take the price higher, we're going to see price action take out this level in the next few weeks if buyers are keen to take this price higher and challenge this level of $66. So potentially the rule that we can use to enter SMCI on confirmation is Dow theory. Essentially we're saying price has fallen back to this level here, it's created a new peak, it's fallen back to find support, and effectively it's created a higher low here, a higher low than this one. So if it moves up from there and then it creates a higher peak, so a higher peak than this one, that would constitute an entry rule. And you can see, you know, based on the way that the arrow is unfolding, we've got a trend emerging. This short-term trend is conforming to this medium-term trend, which, if I zoom out, is conforming to the longer-term trend. So SMCI is bullish long-term, it's also bullish medium-term, and also in the shorter term, it does look as if it wants to move up. And of course, the performance are all green over here. Whether you look at it short or medium term, it's moving up. The only one that is red is the 1 year performance, and that obviously creates the trading opportunity, trading it back towards that all-time high of 122. So an entry using Dow theory on this key level of $48 could give you a potential profit of trading up to 66 of around 38. And you could place your stop loss at that key level of 38, or perhaps a bit tighter, arbitrary 15%. Perhaps you could use that low of this bar last week, which would be 13%. So overall risk to reward ratio would be around about 3, which is great. If price keeps moving up, it trades through 66 and perhaps moves up and finds that target of $100, then you've got over 100% profit potential on a medium-term trade. And of course, it could keep going up until the all-time high of 122. So overall, the potential profit for this stock is 152% over the medium to long term. And that would give you a risk to reward of over 11. So that's the bullish scenario for SMCI. It does look good at the moment. Whether you look at it short, medium or long term, it's looking bullish. And also it does tie in with good fundamental performance too. There's also around about 20% short selling interest in this stock. So if this price does break above this level, it might trigger those short sellers to have to buy back the stock and cover their positions. And this could be a catalyst to really help SMCI push up quickly to that $66 target. So what about the downside risk for SMCI? What happens if price hits resistance here and perhaps falls away? It's possible that SMCI might find resistance here again. It might move up again this week, in the next 2 weeks, and find resistance once again at $48. And sellers might be too strong. They might sell off the stock, and it might test $38 for a second or third occasion. Now, if the selling's too strong, then it might come back and find support a bit lower down at the trend line. Could be around $35. If that doesn't hold and the selling's too strong, price could fall further. And the next obvious point of support would be this key level here of $25. So that's a bearish scenario for SMCI stock. Short term, it's going down, but in the bigger picture, this wouldn't be a huge sell-off. Effectively, price would have almost traded sideways from August 23, so around about 2 years, with a big peak and a big dip in between. However, based on the price action, I think this bearish scenario is unlikely. I think the probability is that SMCI is going to move higher. It might not be immediate in the next few weeks. It might take maybe 6 to 8 weeks, but I think the probability is that SMCI is going to move higher. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you bullish or bearish on SMCI? Do you have a position? What are your rules? I'm keen to learn from you and your feedback. Thanks for watching.